It's a snowy Saturday afternoon here from George Finnie Stadium on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University as OAC women's lacrosse action begins for the 2022 spring season. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. Thanks for joining in. Everybody who's watching and listening live on bwyellowjackets.com. Happy to have you here. Again, mention the weather, but we'll talk about the starting lineups here in just a moment. It's going to be a tough test for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets as this women's lacrosse team, they're hosting the Capital Comets, who come in with an overall record of 9-0. Best start in program history for this women's lacrosse program for Capital. Again, that 9-0 start, outscoring their opponents 174 goals to 66. Mentioned their record in the Yellow Jackets here at home. Been a tough start to the season for them, coming in with a record of 2-5, but clean slate here in conference play as this is the start of the conference schedule. Again, we'll see if the weather can actually help the Yellow Jackets impact this game at all as Capital comes on the road. We'll take a look at the starting lineups here, and starting off for the Yellow Jackets, number 1, Tara Martin, number 2, Avery Desbeauvois, number 6, Sid Chamberlain, number 7, Deanna Lucas, number 8, Carly Kern, number 9, Taylor Baratich, number 10, Caitlin Radek, number 17, Taylor Nadell, number 19, Sophia Lumet, number 34, Lily Poland, number 49, Lily Tope, and in goal, number 98, Ashley Hildreth. As we're about to get this one underway, the Yellow Jackets will be attacking from left to right in their white jerseys with the brown numerals. And then for Capital, they're in their purple jerseys, again from up here with the black shorts. Again, those purple jerseys looking a little bit like the black color from the screen, and maybe from back here from this angle as well through the snow. But again, in their purple with the white numerals. Yellow Jackets win that opening draw. Come the other direction on the attack. Chamberlain has it. Finds Lumet. Here's Martin. Martin. Back to Desbeauvois. In the middle at the top of that fan area. Again, the Yellow Jackets just calmly working the ball around. And mentioning the snow, again, rather than the white lacrosse balls out today, again, because of that snow and the white covering the ground, went with the yellow lacrosse balls so it's easier to see. But vision might be a little bit difficult, even myself walking into the stadium this afternoon, when you're headed towards the way the wind is blowing that snow right into your face. It is difficult to see here in this first quarter. Might be an advantage for the Yellow Jackets as that snow is blowing right in the faces of Capital at the moment. But here they come in transition, cutting inside and finishing that one, finding the back of the net, and there's the goal. And the Capital Comets lead 1-0 early. Goal coming by way of Grace Osborne, and an excellent run there and a hot start for the Capital Comets. And we'll take a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Number 1, Abigail Midnight. Number 3, Dylan Smith. Number 4, Grace Osborne, who just picked up that goal. Number 5, Maddie Radinoff. Number 7, Molly Searles. Number 8, Hannah Searles. Number 9, Katie Page. Number 10, Brooke Delara. Number 11, Julia Feresi. Number 12, Lucy Kanowski. And in goal, number 17, B. Keene. And the Capital just got possession of the ball for the first time in this game, going in transition. Again, what a great goal from Grace Osborne. And Grace Osborne, one of the 3 attacking leaders for Capital, but that the Yellow Jackets are going to have to watch out for is Brooke Delara, Grace Osborne, and Lucy Kanowski. Just the 3 of them combined they've put up well over 200 shots in the early stages of the season, just in 9 games played. Mentioned that goal-scoring power of Capital for the Yellow Jackets. Yes, the Yellow Jackets have played 2 less games, but to this point, only 74 goals themselves compared to 174 for Capital. So again, talked about that tough task. They're going to have to keep Capital off of the scoreboard. Maybe try to keep this one a low-scoring game if the Yellow Jackets want any hope of starting off conference play at 1-0. Just 2.5 minutes played so far. BW finding themselves down 1. Hildreth has control of the ball. Looking to find a teammate. Lots of tight coverage there from Capital. No white jerseys getting open to this point. This one fired in the middle. Hildreth does find Tope. Nadell looking to spin, find some space. Able to find Avery Desbeauvois, the sophomore from Avon Lake. Here's Chamberlain. Behind net. This one spilled by Tara Martin. She's able to gather possession. Nearly turns that one over in the middle. It is going to skip all the way through and picked up by Ferezzi. She gets into the attacking zone here on the left wing. Cutting towards the left-hand area of that fan area there. Finds a teammate. And Osborne. Osborne, the goal scorer, cuts inside. Give her 2 on the game. And Capital up 2-0 early here from George Finnie Stadium on the campus of Baldwin Wallace. So Grace Osborne's second goal on the game. Takes that one herself unassisted once again. What a great start for Osborne, and she has the most shots on the team. Mentioned how Kanowski, Osborne, and Delara have led the team in shots. Osborne had 101 of those herself coming into this one. So far on the early stages of this game, in the early afternoon, only a few shots and a few goals already. And she'll look to continue that throughout the season. Taking a look at those last couple games for Capital as well. The last 3 that they've played, they've scored over 20 goals in each and every single one of those games. On March 16th, beating Transylvania 21-10. On March 19th, defeating Oberlin 24-11. And then absolutely throttling Wittenberg on March 23rd by a score of 20-1. And that was on the road in Springfield, Ohio at Wittenberg. So we will see if they can make it 4 games in a row. Again, talked about the Yellow Jackets needing to keep this one low scoring to even have a chance. And wondered if, since that snow blowing in from the side, from really back from the west side, coming east across the stadium, blowing a little bit southeast, wondered if that would affect Capital here in the first quarter as they're running more into the snow rather than the Yellow Jackets. But it seems like it has not affected Capital so far. But can BW get back on the board? We will wait and see, as right now they have possession behind the net. Sid Chamberlain once again looking to make a move. Unable to get around Corey Barrett. Lots of contact there. As Sid Chamberlain gets fouled, and now she'll have an opportunity on the free position shot. The senior from Worcester. Cutting inside, firing, and it's saved. A nice save by Keene. Turnover right in front of net. Desbevois finds it. Pass inside, and that shot skipping off of the ground from Lumet, and just a little bit wide. It's gathered by Chamberlain off to the right-hand side of the field. 9 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Still BW down 2. In the middle with Lucas. Lucas. A bump there. A double on her. Low pass that Lumet is able to gather. Radek. It's going to be a free position shot here for Radek in just a moment. From the top of the fan area. Instead, she'll pull this one out. Just getting it to Lucas. An opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to keep working the ball around. Lots of contact there as Lucas gets a heavy shove from Molly Searles, senior out of Strongsville. Both Molly and Hannah Searles went to Holy Name High School up here in the Northeast Ohio area. Lucas inside, and she tucks that one in. Gets the goal, and the Yellow Jackets only find themselves down 1, 2-1. That's exactly what the Yellow Jackets needed in this one. Finding themselves down early against a very talented Capital team. But as long as they can keep it close for a while, that's what's most important in this one. Give yourself a chance coming down the stretch. So Lucas, as she gets that goal and adds to her tally on the season, she now has 19 goals and also 1 assist on the year. So she now has 20 points in total. One of those offensive leaders for the Yellow Jackets, and she will be a crucial piece, the sophomore midfielder out of New York. So for all the fans who braved the weather, sitting in the stands here right now, everybody who's watching and listening live on bwyellowjackets.com, again, it's obvious, and I mentioned it before, again, that snow, the turf actually was not covered in snow, looking completely white until probably about 15-20 minutes before the game started. The snow's been coming down for a little while here, maybe a couple hours, but it really started sticking in the last 30 minutes to this point. So changing conditions a little bit, and there's a goal for Capital. Cutting inside, able to get that finish there, and was just about to mention, again, we got through spring break here. For Baldwin Wallace just had spring break a few weeks ago, as did most colleges. Finished up non-conference play. Now we're just getting conference play started, and again, Ohio, after a few weeks of nice weather, throws a curveball here with the snow once again. Very fitting as we start conference play. Cold day, and wondered if snow would affect visibility. To this point, though, has not stopped the offense from either of these teams. As Capital does pick up a goal themselves there, and putting themselves back up 2. So the Yellow Jackets had just responded after they found themselves down 2. Got a goal back. but unable to keep the difference here to 1 goal. And Capital wins that face-off and come back on the attack once again. In Capital in their purple jerseys attacking from right to left. Inside, this one deflected on the shot. Still gathered and tucked in low into the corner. Nice finish by Lucy Kanowski. 4-1 Comets. Excuse me, that is actually number 11, Julia Feresi. And Forsey actually on that goal, again, just a good find as she came in from the far right-hand side. That initial shot had been deflected. Ball was bouncing right in front of her. She was able to scoop that one up and then just tucked it around Hildreth into the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. What an excellent finish, and now a much-needed timeout as Capital find themselves on a run. We'll take a quick break here on bwyellowjackets.com, and we'll be back with more women's lacrosse action. And following the timeout here on bwyellowjackets.com as we're about to start the action once again here on bwyellowjackets.com. Still in the first quarter with 7 minutes remaining, and Capital find themselves up over the Yellow Jackets by a score of 4-1. A reminder that this afternoon's Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, as well as Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Desbois nearly winning that one for the Yellow Jackets. Instead, here come the Comets the other direction. Osborne. Delara inside. Pass a little bit behind the teammate cutting into the middle. Looked like that was headed in the direction of Kanowski. Instead goes out of play off to the far hand side, and the Yellow Jackets take possession. Hildreth flipping it over to Comack. Baratich launches into the middle, snagged by Nadell. Tough pressure from Capital here right now. Yellow Jackets having a difficult time breaking that line. Instead, they're able to do so. As Baratich made a great pass forward to Carly Kern, and now here come the Yellow Jackets the other way. Lumet. Desbois. Tote down to Chamberlain. Chamberlain behind the net into the middle. Through the traffic, Radek is able to gather the bouncing ball, but then spills it. Sid Chamberlain takes a hard pot there as two Capital players were headed her direction. as well as another white jersey, and her teammate Radak. And a big collision as she was going head on into the direction of those three players, and the push called on number 5, Maddie Radanoff, the senior out of Pickerington, Ohio. Nice move inside. Looks like that was going to be an excellent opportunity to maybe find the back of the net there. Instead, wide off the Taylor Miklos shot. But a nice move by the freshman from Brunswick, Miklos. See if she can do that again here for the Yellow Jackets later on. But instead, Capital take possession once again, going from right to left. Page finds a teammate. Desbevois wins it back for BW. Physicality, the bump from Molly Searles. Nice move by Chamberlain. Chamberlain looked to get a shot off. No, she wasn't able to. But now she'll have an opportunity from the top of the fan area. Inside, takes a hard bounce. Molly Searles is able to gather the ball there. Another call from the officials on a push. Looks like 2 officials are going to gather in the middle of the field right in front of the net and discuss what they saw out on the field. Just under 4 minutes left to go in the quarter. Capital still up 4-1. Hannah Searles making a run through the middle, cutting through the teeth of the Yellow Jackets defense. She spills it. And Tope comes back to get possession of the ball. Here's Radek. A lot of purple jerseys in front of her. Teammates on the back post, though. Excellent pass to Sid Chamberlain. And another whistle. So Chamberlain will have a free position shot here in just a moment. Her second opportunity at this, and she's able to score. Splits through a couple defenders and tucks it into the back corner. Yellow Jackets only find themselves down 2 once again. 4-2, 3 minutes left in the quarter, and talked about this being such a tough game and a tough test. Wondered if this weather would actually be something that could slow down Capital, as well as see if the Yellow Jackets could just handle their firepower to this point. Have to give the Yellow Jackets a lot of credit for keeping this one close here very early. For BW, talked about the 2-5 record coming into this one. They start off the season well, winning the first game of the year at home against Center College, 16-9. Then went on a 4-game losing streak before breaking that streak with a win against Calvin here at home, 16-10, just on March 19th. Last game fell in a close one to Ohio Wesleyan, 13-10. So hoping to get back on the right track. And through the first quarter, would think that the coaching staff and would think that the Yellow Jackets would be happy with how they've been aggressive, hung tough. against one of the best teams in the OAC. Inside, this one fumbled away. Lucas gathers the ball, finds Hildreth. Baratich going back to Hildreth, and that pass was high. Hildreth able to catch it. Looking for a teammate up ahead, and looked like that was Lauren Comack. It was above her head and took a skip up. Corralled by the Comets, and here comes Capital on the attack. The talented freshman went to Pickerington Central High School. Grace Osborne. Gonna blow the whistle here. And it looks like number 10, Brooke Delara, tying her shoe. Free position shot. Inside, into the corner, and a nice finish by the talented freshman, Grace Osborne. Hat trick on the afternoon just in the first quarter. So that hat trick goal, the third goal of the quarter, unassisted once again. So unassisted on all three of her goals so far this afternoon. A lot of game left to be played. 5-2 with 2 minutes left here in the quarter. So as conference play starts for these two teams, again, conference play starting for the rest of the women's lacrosse teams as well around the OAC. An update, the one game that started earlier here today was between Mount Union and Ohio Northern. Mount Union with a commanding 19-9 victory as that one just wrapped up a few moments ago. Otterbein finds themselves up 7-0 early in the first quarter against Muskingum. And then Marietta and John Carroll also facing off here this afternoon. No update on the score on that one yet. A minute and a half remaining here in the first quarter. Capital at midfield. Out to the far right wing in front of the BW bench. Cutting back is Radinoff. Pass from Forzy. In the middle to Delara. Delara, make you move inside. Looking to put that one right over the head of Hildreth. And Hildreth gets the stick up there and makes the save. Nice play by the senior goalkeeper out of New York. "30 seconds remaining. Another opportunity for Capital. Plenty of time to get at least another shot off. See if they can extend their lead to 4. Delara looking to make a move. Finds a teammate inside. This one in close. Shot saved by Hildreth. With 6 seconds left, Hildreth just taking her time. And that will do it for the first quarter. So the Capital Comets the Capital Comets in the quarter up 5-2. So we'll take a break here on bwyellowjackets.com. Again, the home of all Yellow Jacket athletics. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. Thanks, everybody, for watching and listening. Don't go away. Plenty more action as the second quarter coming your way before we hit halftime. And we're back on bwyellowjackets.com. Following the break between the first and the second quarter, as the Capital Comets find themselves up 5-2 over the host Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets at the start of OAC play here at the end of March. The draw in the middle won by BW. A whistle here is an issue with the shot clock. Going to get fixed in just a moment, and then we'll get back in action. But following that first quarter, again impressed with the Yellow Jackets play, their toughness, their physicality, and the ability to somewhat keep things close with a team that blows out really every team they've gone up against here so far this season. But if they want to have a chance to possibly still win this one coming down the later stretches, going to need to get a goal here soon in the second quarter. Can Radek get that goal? Here being shepherded out, finds a teammate. Spinning, looking to make a move. That was Maddie Ray on the far side of the field. Again, Maddie Ray, a talented attacking player herself, the senior midfielder out of Cuyahoga Falls, went to Richfield Revere High School. Leads the team in shots on the season so far through 7 games. She and Deanna Lucas both have 19 goals to their name this season. It was an excellent move by Radek. Instead of trying to go high, went low. Looks like he might have even caught the shin of B. Keene in goal. Streaking down the right wing, Maddie Radenoff. Looking to slow it down, dump it off to a teammate, Forsey. With Lucas in front of her. In the middle to Dylan Smith. Katie Page has it poked away from her. And a call going against the Yellow Jackets. And about to be an opportunity for a free position shot for Katie Page. And this one she just puts in the upper left-hand corner. And Capital finds themselves up 6-2. A nice finish there from Katie Page, the grad student out of Bexley. And that Katie Page goal now gives her 8 on the season. So nearly a goal a game for Katie Page so far this year. Just over 13 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, as the Yellow Jackets find themselves down 4. Beauvoir looking to win the face-off in the middle. This one bounces around. Gathered by Grace Osborne, who has a hat trick. Up to Dylan Smith. Smith with some help. Osborne looking to make a move. Just taking her time. Cutting to her left. Instead backing out. Pass to Delera. Delera with the lime green headband on. Finds a teammate. And a bump there. It looked like Radek really got into Delera. And the call going against the Yellow Jackets. So now a free position shot opportunity for Brooke Delera, the grad student out of Lewis Center. Went to Olentangy Orange High School. An opportunity to maybe put another one on the board and give Capital 7 here in the first half. Inside, and she does. Puts that one in nearly the same spot that Katie Page did just a few moments ago. Now a score of 7-2. So the early stages of this game, Tressel Field here inside George Finnie Stadium was completely covered in white. As both of these teams have been running around. You can see a lot more green down there, but the snow has not stopped. Continues to come down out there. Again, mentioned earlier, for those who haven't been watching or listening from the start and just joined, instead of the white lacrosse balls down there, again, because of the snow, went with the yellow ones, trying to help with visibility. Deanna Lucas, who scored the first goal of the afternoon for BW. Draws a lot of contact there. Getting her mask put back on. And we'll get the action underway here in just a moment. Her free position shot. Instead, she decides to back it out. Finds a teammate. Looking to make a move inside, and here's a whistle going against Capital. And actually, no, thought it was going to be on the bump down there. Instead, sending Deanna Lucas off the field. And she'll go over to the side. And Tara Martin will check in. We're back in play. Here's BW. It's Maddie Ray. Sid Chamberlain. Chamberlain loses this one. And it's gathered by Keene. Making a long run is Delara. Brooke Delara now finding Forsey. Forsey inside, maybe an opportunity to shoot. And a foul call against BW. There's a shot low, and that one just skips a touch wide of the post. Hits the back net at the end of the field. Capital has it. Another opportunity. This one just floated, and it sails up and over. Still 7-2, 11 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Delara. This one lost inside by Kanowski. Crowd of purple jerseys around Carly Kern. Officials blow the whistle. Opportunity to switch the field. And BW is able to do so. Lauren Comack. Up to Maddie Ray. Here's Ray with a little bit of room in front of her. Instead, she'll slow it down. Finding Radek. Out to the far side, Sophia Lumet. Martin at the top of the fan area. To Desbeauvois. Behind the cage. To Martin. Back to Desbeauvois. Over to Ray. Ray looking to make a move. This one, as soon as she fired, a bump right into the right ribs of Ray, it looked like. Threw that shot off, and as it went a little wide. And now she'll have a free position shot from the left-hand corner. So a tough angle here. We'll see what she decides to do, if she'll cut in. Instead, she backs out. Takes a lot of contact once again. And Capital gets to go the other direction. 9.5 minutes in the second quarter. Capital still up 5. A long run here from Katie Page down the right wing. No white jerseys around her. Finally coming across number 17, Taylor Nadell, to slow her down. Oh, inside, an opportunity to shoot. And this one finds the back of the net once again. Number 4, Grace Osborne. Give her 4 on the afternoon. And that one, just the parting of white jerseys through the middle. So the fourth goal for Grace Osborne once again comes unassisted. And a really smart move there. An excellent finish. 8-2, and BW, as I mentioned earlier, kept things fairly close through the first quarter. Knew it was going to be a challenge for all four quarters against Capital. But Capital's highest scoring quarter in total for all their games so far this season is actually the first. They scored 62 goals coming into today, not counting today's goals. And then each quarter dropped in how many goals they were able to pick up. So if we're talking about any moral victory for BW, is that they kept things fairly tight in the first. Capital continuing to look to extend onto their lead, but maybe an opportunity for those white jerseys of the Yellow Jackets to pull one back here now. Tough second quarter for BW. Haven't been able to put a goal up on the board. Miklos over to De Beauvoir. Maddie Ray looking to find some room inside. Making a move and fires this one low. And looked like that one hit off of Keene. Made a nice save there. Martin to De Beauvoir. Here's Ray from the middle of the field. Just rolling to her right. Radek behind the net. Fakes the pass to Martin. Instead looking to take it herself. Takes a shove as she was looking in the direction of Sid Chamberlain. And now Radek will have a free position shot herself. Dipping inside, dropped that shoulder. Was looking to wrap that shot around Keene and just lost control. But it was a nice move and a nice effort there. Just couldn't get the end product to go. A long run from Katie Page. Finds Osborne. Has 4 to her name. Getting inside, looking for 5, and she does. She gets it. Skips that one in just past the feet of Ashley Hildreth. 9-2, Comets. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter before we go to halftime. And things are starting to fall apart a little bit for the Yellow Jackets as the ability of the Capital Comets is definitely beginning to shine. And the purple jerseys down on the field are beginning to really take control here in this quarter. Defensively, shutting down the Yellow Jackets. And also anything that's a 50-50 ball seems to go the Comets' way as well. As Osborne wins that face-off on the draw. Runs down the field and finds a teammate behind net. Inside, and that shot fired just a little high and wide by number 12, Lucy Kanowski. Osborne dropping the shoulder, tucking this one in low into the bottom right-hand corner. Past Hildreth. Double digits now for the Comets, 10-2. So give Grace Osborne now 5 on the afternoon, half of her team's goals. And a timeout, much needed to stop the bleeding here for the Yellow Jackets. We'll take a brief timeout with them here as well on bwyellowjackets.com. Following the timeout, awaiting the face-off here in the middle. This one flipped up. Radek able to run it down, takes a bump in the back. 3 purple jerseys around her. Pass back to Nadell. Nadell fumbles that one. And gathered by Skyla Cato. An opportunity inside to fire that shot. Forsey was taking her time, looking for an opportunity. And her free position shot. 2 white jerseys. Closer down there, splits the 2 defenders. Gets inside, takes a bump. Another call going against BW. Julia Forsey again fires this one low. Looking to split that one between the legs of Ashley Hildreth. Hildreth quick to respond. Gets the stick down, makes the save. And the Yellow Jackets able to break pressure, get out the other direction. Taylor Miklos was run down by Grace Osborne, coming back on the defense. Save there on the end line. And goalkeeper B. Keene able to come and get it to Hannah Searles. Searles with some tight pressure by Lou May on her. Floats this one in the direction of Forsey. Forsey in the middle of the field. Splitting through 3 white jerseys. There also some contact there from Rinnick Mellon. Katie Page taking her time, looking for a teammate. Finds one in the middle. This one flashed wide by Cato. Yellow Jackets take possession, an opportunity to break their lines, get out of the back. Instead, that pass goes a little bit awry from Hildreth in the direction of Taylor Baratich. Out of play, and Capital takes possession in their attacking zone. Under 4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Capital up 8. Nadell to Baratich to Hildreth. Hildreth firing long. A nice pass to Deanna Lucas. Lucas had Desbevois. Lost possession. Able to gather the ball again and takes a bump from behind. Miklos looking for a teammate. Cutting inside. Maybe an opportunity to shoot low, and this one just slips a little bit wide of the post. Sophia Lumet, dangerous there. Any danger averted by Capital. Play slows down just a little bit. Opportunity for the purple jerseys to reset. Keep things organized and tight defensively. Ray in the middle to Radek. 1v1, Radek. Firing high in the direction of Sid Chamberlain. Chamberlain looking to spin and make a move inside instead. Tight defense from Corey Barrett. Ray loses this one. Molly Searles close on her, gets doubled. This pass by Ray as she was spinning. Deflected by Searles. And the shot clock ran down. And the tough defense of Capital really kept the Yellow Jackets from getting any clean shots off. That only one clean shot coming by way of Lumet. But a great job by Capital to stay organized. Molly Searles finds Forsey, who has a lot of open green space in front of her. A little bit surprised by that pass inside. Didn't think Dylan Smith was too open, but ended up working out for the Comets in the long run, as Smith was trying to get possession of the ball and took a bump. Two officials in the middle, going to talk this one over very briefly. Just a minute and a half remaining in the first half. That shot, a little bit wide. Still Capital has it. Tight defense there by Baratich. Forsey in the middle. This one dropped by Kanowski. She's still able to get to it. Scoop that one up. Dishes it over to Delara. 8 seconds on that shot clock. This one fired wide by Grace Osborne, looking for that bottom corner. This one skips a little bit wide of the post off to the left-hand side. 30 seconds remaining in the half. And BW trying to take possession. Looked like coming forward, Taylor Nadell was nearly going to be able to get to that one. She lost it. And Capital an opportunity to put one on the board before half. This one fired wide again by Brooke Delara. 1 second left. And that will do it. So we go to halftime. The Capital Comets leading the Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets by a score of 10-2. We'll take a break here for halftime. Make sure everybody who's watching and listening live, stay tuned. Don't go away for the second half action here from George Finnie Stadium on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University. For myself, Cole McDaniel, we'll be back right after halftime. Again, don't turn away. Welcome back on BWYellowJackets.com. I'm Cole McDaniel. Again, thanks for watching and listening here on the home of all Yellow Jacket athletics. The Capital Comets leading through the first half by a score of 10-2 over the Baldwin Wallace University Yellow Jackets. If you're just now tuning in, you missed the first half. The Comets coming in with an overall record and a program best 9-0 to start the year. Yellow Jackets coming into this one with an overall record of 2-5. Play underway here in the second half. The Comets in their purple jerseys, winning that face-off, attacking from right to left, and quickly getting off an early shot, and Hildreth makes a save right away as we begin the third quarter. Snow still coming down. And if you just now are tuning in, again, missed that first half, something else of note. Again, this field was completely white the start of this game. But as both of these teams have been running around, you can see a lot more of that green turf. Definitely not as snow covered as it had been earlier. Right now that yellow ball bouncing around. Maddie Ray comes back and gets control for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Deanna Lucas. Lucas fires that one wide right. VW both of their goals coming in the first quarter. The second quarter, much more difficult for them. Capital was organized defensively, kept everything compact right in front of their net, and it was difficult for the Yellow Jackets to really get any quality shots off. But looking to get on the board here early, and that's a hard push. A lot of contact from Katie Page. Awkward fall for Deanna Lucas. Another body also falling on top of Lucas. She seems to be okay. And after the foul, an opportunity for the free position shot. Lucas, who scored the first goal for the Yellow Jackets, fires this one low and a little bit wide. And the horn for the shot clock goes off, and Capital will look to come out of the other direction. Come the other direction out of their own defensive end. A lot of white jerseys applying some pressure. Not sitting back as much. Trying to make it difficult for Capital, but they break that press. Into the midfield. Up the right wing. Working her way forward is Julia Forsey. Slowing her run down. Finding a teammate in the middle. And a shot inside, and this one just floats up over the bar. Coming by way of Brooke Delara. Delara, Osborne, Kanowski. The three that have been the offensive leaders for the team this season. But have to point out that Julia Forsey has been a threat herself today as well. But it's been Grace Osborne, who has 5 goals to her name, who's led the way. Call going against Capital. And on that bump, looks like Caitlin Radek coming up a little bit gingerly, trying to run that one off. De Beauvoir back into the midfield to Lucas in the middle, intercepted by Cato. Excellent defensive play by Rennick Mellon, poking that one away from Forsey. Here come the white jerseys going from left to right on your screen. Pass a little bit wide of Baratic. Spills that one out of play on the near side. In the middle of the field, Smith fires this one high. Hildreth gets a stick up to that and snags it right in the basket. Baratic needs some help. Running in circles, just trying to split through some defenders. Finds Nadell. Nadell decides to keep it and try to get through a couple purple jerseys. Takes a bump from Grace Osborne. Here comes Osborne. Osborne in transition. 2v1 opportunity. Purple jersey up ahead. Can she find a teammate? She does. And this one flashes wide. An excellent feed there by Osborne. But Kanowski just misses that one at the back post. Still 10-2. No goals for either team in the second half. Again, still question that visibility down there. Winds picked up a little bit. Snow's blowing in a little bit harder. And the whistle and a brief pause in play as we await the free position shot for Lucy Kanowski, the senior out of Bexley. Went to Bishop Hartley High School. And she was cutting inside, about to fire. Deanna Lucas does a great job defensively. But the loose ball picked up by the Comets. Dylan Smith. Over to Cato. Out to Osborne. Looking for a sixth goal on the afternoon. Cutting inside, splitting through two white jerseys. Fires this one low off of Hildreth. A nice save by Hildreth. She has some tough pressure on her. She's able to win the ball there. A call going against Capital and an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to break the other direction. Making a run forward is Rennick Mellon. She has Maddie Ray in front of her, off to the right-hand side. Gives it to Ray. Ray slowing it down back to Chamberlain. Chamberlain with Barrett right in front of her. Now Radek in the middle, fires this one low, skips it into the bottom corner. A goal for the Yellow Jackets. They get the first goal of the third quarter with 7.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Still down 7, 10-3. Radek, the junior midfielder out of Olmsted Township, went to Olmsted Falls High School, just down Bagley. So Radek on the season gets to double digits, came into the game today with 9 goals to her name, now has 10. Face off in the middle. between Desbevois and Grace Osborne. Osborne's been winning a lot of these. She wins it once again, runs it down, collects the ball herself. Was running backwards, put her foot in the ground, changed direction. Ran 60 yards the other direction just herself. Now slowing it down and about to set up the offense. And a beautiful pass in the middle. And this one flashed wide, just a little bit high by Brooke Delara. Osborne, with two white jerseys in front of her, cuts back, tried to whip this one low into the corner. Barely missed there. Leaks all the way back, and Cato finds Katie Page. Page, 1v1 with Miklos. Inside, through a lot of white jerseys. She takes a hard hit. PW the other way. Tough pass for Mellon, but she's able to connect Radek. Radek up the other way to Maddie Ray. Sid Chamberlain behind the cage. Now to Desbevois on the far side of the field, making a move inside. Ray to Radek. Ray loses this one. Chamberlain trying to get it to herself and just pokes this one a little too far ahead of her. Ball rolls out. Capital takes over. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter from George Finnie Stadium. In the middle, Delara. Delara flips it up for Forsey. Forsey dropping the left-hand shoulder. And she dropped that shoulder. Was able to just get around Mellon. Her shot went a little bit wide of the post. Still Capital once again. Page gets bumped by Deanna Lucas. Page making a move. Spinning. That shot a little bit wide, and once again, the Yellow Jackets hold defensively. So that halftime discussion, they've been able to be more compact, make some saves, make it tough on the Comets. And the horn goes off. The shot clock runs down. And one of the best defensive stands from the Yellow Jackets so far in this one this afternoon. Still down 7. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Mentioned earlier that in OAC action, as OAC play is starting today and all of women's lacrosse, Mount Union picked up the win 19-9 over Ohio Northern. Otterbein currently up in the fourth quarter over Muskingum, 18-1. Here comes the Yellow Jackets the other way. And then also John Carroll defeated Marietta 16-5. Radek looking to make a move, gets inside. This one fired low. And a bump. And a foul against the Comets. Free position shot here for Radek. Fired low, and she skips it in. Another goal for Radek. Yellow Jackets down 6. And winning the third quarter so far, 2-0 in the third quarter. Slowly but surely chipping away at the Comets' lead. Going to take a lot more to get this one all knotted up. But still, slowly but surely. 10-4, 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Still a fourth quarter of play coming up as well. Face off between Osborne and Desbevois. Won by Desbevois. Looks like Lucas was going to get to that one. But a call going against Lucas and the Yellow Jackets. Capital trying to get out of their own defensive end. Maddie Ray applying a ton of tight pressure there. Coming back to offer some help as Delara turning on the Jets. Getting her way down the field. Making her way past Lily Tope. Not a clean catch there from Forsey. Spills that. She does corral the ball. Finds Page at the top of the fan area. Here's Page with Radek in front of her. In the middle. And Cato barreled through Taylor Nadell. And the call will go against Cato. She'll go over the sideline. Deanna Lucas. Up to Tope. Tope. Into the attacking zone. In the middle. Finding Chamberlain. Chamberlain. Ducking. Trying to get out of a tight crowded space. Tope fires this one on net. Not a ton of pace behind that shot. Pretty easy and comfortable save there for B. Keene. Desbevois takes a ton of contact there. There are about 4 purple jerseys around her. Well, here's Lucas on the attack. Radek in the middle. 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Capital's been held scoreless here in the third quarter as the Yellow Jackets have put 2 up on the board. Can BW get their third goal of the quarter? Again, it would be crucial if they can get a goal here now. But that pass a little bit high in the direction of Ray. They need to go. 7 seconds left. Mellon needs to fire. In front of net, fires low, just a little bit wide, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Wrapping up the third quarter with a score. Capital Comets 10. Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets 4.
And at the end of the third quarter, your score, Capital 10, Baldwin Wallace 4.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with the conclusion of this women's lacrosse game here on bwyellowjackets.com. Fourth quarter coming up in a few minutes. About to get the fourth quarter underway here from George Finnie Stadium on bwyellowjackets.com. I'm Cole McDaniel, and a reminder that this afternoon's Yellow Jacket women's lacrosse game is being brought to you by the Oswald Company. For all of your insurance and risk management needs, Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider, and Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Yellow Jackets will now be attacking from right to left on your screen. Down 6. Again, that first half going completely the way of the 9-0 Capital Comets. But the third quarter, a little bit of a change of pace. Going the way of BW here at home. Still finding themselves down. And a long way to go to get back in this one. But 15 minutes up on the clock. And now an opportunity to go the other way as this one just rolls out past the outstretched stick of Brooke Delara. Taylor Nadell draws some contact. Some restlessness and some boos down from the crowd below. Nadell's taking a couple hard shots here in the latter stages of this game. Slowing this one down, backing out with several white jerseys in front of her, Kanowski. Forsey to Delara. Delara making her move. Instead slowing it down. Inside, a beautiful feed. And hits Grace Osborne on the move. And that one tucked home. 11-4. And that is goal number 6 for Grace Osborne on the afternoon.
Goal scored by Grace Osborne, assisted by
So not only has Grace Osborne been the leading goal scorer this afternoon, but she has this entire season so far as well. Give her now 57 goals, quickly approaching 60. And conference play is just now beginning today. As for Brooke Delara, who gets the assist, she's approaching 50 assists on the season herself. That assist there, she came into the afternoon with 45. Now has 46. So big numbers being put up across the board, not only by the Comets team, but by their attacking leaders as well. Exactly the start to the fourth quarter that Capital would have wanted. Finding themselves up 6. Now make that 8. Open shot right in front of net. Dylan Smith tucks that one home. 12-4.
Capital goal scored by number 3, Dylan Smith, assisted by number 10, Brooke Delara.
Dylan Smith, the junior attacker, went to Pickering Central High School. Now picks up her 7th goal on the season. Snow's starting to die down here in Berea. Getting a little bit more calm out there. Visibility definitely improving, not just for the fans in the stands, but also for the players down on the field. Osborne behind the net. Cutting back, getting inside, putting her head down and firing low. Skips that one in. And the floodgates have opened here in the fourth quarter. 13-4 Capital. Osborne now has 7.
Capital goal scored by number 4, Grace Osborne, unassisted.
12.5 minutes remaining. And the Comets pouring it on. De Beauvoir and the goal scorer, Grace Osborne. Face off in the middle. And a little bit early on that. De Beauvoir getting a little over antsy. Osborne on the attack, slowing it down. Finding her teammate, Delara. With Miklos in front of her, Delara thought about a shot instead. Looking for a teammate. Flipping this one back to Forsey. Forsey making move inside. Fires this one low, and that one pretty simple. Tucked into the bottom right-hand corner. Now 14-4. Comets up 10. And a timeout on the field for the Yellow Jackets.
Unassisted. Timeout, Baldwin Wallace.
And before we take a quick break here on BWYellowJackets.com, a reminder that this afternoon's Yellow Jacket Women's Lacrosse match is being brought to you by Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. We'll be right back. We're back following the timeout and a flurry of goals from the Capital Comets, and a few of the last goals have come off of a purple jersey getting possession of the ball right behind the net. Then wrapping around, running around a couple defenders, getting towards the middle, right in front of the goal, and then firing it low to the bottom hand corner, wrapping around. It's a set that Capital's been running here, and it's been working. 2 or 3 of the last couple goals have come that same way. Assume that timeout was also to help the Yellow Jackets to adjust to that defensively. But instead, this one coming from right in front, up the middle, plenty of room for Brooke Delara, and that one looks simple, putting that one in the upper left-hand corner, 15-4, Comets.
Capital goal scored by number 10, Brooke Delara, unassisted.
So Delara showing off the ability to not only find her teammates and make some excellent passes and pick up a ton of assists, but also can put the ball in the back of the net herself. She has over 30 goals this season as well. 10.5 minutes remaining in the fourth and final quarter this afternoon. Mentioned that Mount Union has already moved to 1-0. Same with John Carroll. Otterbein was trending in that direction as well, up against Muskingum. And it looked like Capital's definitely going to head that way as well. Tough shot there and some O's from the crowd. That one not the prettiest contact, and hopefully Grace Osborne is okay. She did take a hard shot there, and again, all the Capital supporters holding their breath. She's such an important part of this team. She seems to be okay, but looked like she caught a stick up around the head area. About to get this one back in action. Free position shot for Osborne. We know she has that attacking ability. It would be fitting for her to find the back of the net here once again. Shows off the speed, and she does. Tucks that one home. And no, actually going to call that one off. No goal there. The official on the far side making the call. So it remains 15-4. Lucas, a nice catch there. Gets that one in the basket in transition. A little chop down of the stick. Looked like it was Molly Searles who caught Lucas there. And now Lucas will have a free position shot of her own. Yellow Jackets down 11. Stutter step move and lost the ball. Under 9 minutes left to go. B. Keene hasn't been tested too much here as of late. Haven't need to call the goalkeeper's name. Her pass to Molly Searles. Searles gets herself buried in the corner. Finds Hannah Searles, and here comes Hannah. Finding a teammate in the middle. This pass skips and sits on the floor for a moment. Corey Barrett. Forward to Delara. Delara into the attacking zone. Finds a teammate wide open right in front of net. Looked like that was as sure as anything to be a goal. Julia Forsey right into the basket there of Ashley Hildreth. Nice save by the senior goalkeeper. Needs some help. Needs a white jersey to get open. Floating it downfield. Searles right up against the out-of-bounds line. And skipping this one, a low pass in the direction of Kilgallen. And this one gets all the way out of play, and the Yellow Jackets take possession once again. This one skips by Nadell. And a whistle there. Katie Page about to have a free position shot. Clock continues to run. Here is the shot from Page. She faked it one or two times there. Maybe caught Hildreth a little off guard. And then decided to fire right into the backhand corner. Nice finish by Page. And Capital now up 16-4. 6 minutes left to go in the game.
Capital goal by number 9, Katie Page. Unassisted.
Face off in the middle. De Beauvoir looking to get the win here. Up against Grace Osborne, and Osborne once again wins it. Again, she has done that really all afternoon. Such a talented freshman. Brooke Delara with Radick tight on her. Oh, a nice finish. Good move by Lucy Kanowski. It's a great setup as Delara had Caitlin Radek just right in front of her. Dished that one right over the head of Radek to Kanowski. Kanowski looked like she was going to go and turn towards her right side. Instead, no. She came around, spun around with that left shoulder, and used the strong right hand. And now put her team up 17-4. This fourth quarter has been all Comets.
Assisted by Galar.
Katie Page in transition. Lots of green turf in front of her. Gets slowed down. A little head fake and a shot fake there from Forsey. Forsey gets tripped up. This looked like the momentum of Taylor Nadell. Made Nadell trip and stumble. Took down Forsey, and now Julia Forsey will have a free position shot from a tough angle. Instead, she'll decide to slow it down and find a teammate. Here is Delara, who just picked up another assist. Stumble in the middle from Kanowski. She's back to her feet. The plays to find Kanowski in the middle. Dylan Smith. Out to Osborne. Osborne inside. That's a hard shot. Low into the corner, tucked away. 18-4. So the last 3 games for Capital, they've had 20 goals or more up on the board come the final whistle. For the Yellow Jackets, it was looking like they were going to be able to hold the Comets from hitting 20 goals and end that streak of hitting 20 or more. But following that goal, again, Capital, they just need a goal a minute here with 2 minutes remaining. They can hit 20 once again. 18-4. Here's Radek. Up to Desbevois. Dishes this one to Matty Ray. The attackers of the Yellow Jackets haven't had much activity here in the last 5 to 10 minutes. It's been all Comets going the other direction. Lucas inside in the direction of Radek. There was a bump there as Lucas goes to ground. But a good feed as she was looking right in that direction of Caitlin Radek. Now Lucas will have her free position shot. Tucking inside. Drop that right shoulder. Slip beneath the outstretched stick of the defender. And able to put that one home there. And that's a great finish and nice consolation goal for the Yellow Jackets. They now find themselves down 18-5 and would assume unless something crazy happens in the last 20 seconds, that will do it for the game. The Yellow Jackets going to fall to 2-6 on the season. 0-1 in the start of conference play. For Capital, they'll improve to 10-0. And they'll look to continue their program best start to the season in women's lacrosse in the history of the program, as they'll be back in Columbus to take on Muskingum on Wednesday as they improve to 1-0 in conference play. So 10-0 for Capital. And again, they are a tough team to beat. Muskingum, after a big defeat today, again, they're going to have their hands full come Wednesday as well. For the Yellow Jackets, next up on the docket for them, they play at Heidelberg on Wednesday. So an opportunity to get back on the right track and look to go 1-1 in conference play against Heidelberg. Again, want to thank everybody for watching and listening here on bwyellowjackets.com. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. Everybody, enjoy this Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Everybody who came to the game, stay safe and have a safe drive home.